Boom, there we go. Everything should be good. Do that. Move that over just a smidge. Should be looking good. Should be looking good. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. Today, guys, we have ADP, which already came out this morning. We have PMI. We have ISM at 10. PMI is at 9:45. So 15 and 30 minutes into market open. Then we have Powell at 12:10. So we will see what we get. We shall see. This is kind of my lower target here. Still about 40 points. So we do get some sort of pop. Might be looking for that short at some point. Pretty nice push here early into this FVG. Gonna kind of let it do its thing really quick. I am looking for a short though, but just gonna monitor for right now. Kind of got that little break of these equal highs, which makes sense. Just don't know if we wanted to try to push any higher. Delta doesn't look bad, so definitely can try it. And there we go. There's the pop. Ooh, and back through and down. Okay, so kind of interesting. Feels like we wanted to kind of target down here. The way that we ripped through this and then kind of rejected. Let's see. Let's see. Wonder if we're gonna try to play on this 530 print at all. Looks like we may want to have this up here as well, which might be the best short opportunity. Get kind of that manipulation through this level. And then look for that short potentially. If not, we still have this, which we already successfully hit and then dumped. And there's also an OB there, so this would be a really good short op up here. But I'm not convinced that we're not already kind of getting close to an opportunity. Or maybe we already hit this opportunity on this breakthrough. We're going to need to turn this into an IFVG for downside continuation. Delta looks okay though. Like Delta is not really struggling. Delta's popping. So let's see if we can get up to here. Kind of inverted a few of these FVGs into bullish ones. So let's see. Up here would be really nice. Delta's kind of stalling out a little smidge for the first time now. Remember, we do have data 15 minutes in and 30 minutes in, so. We'll see what we get. Would have still been valid. Gonna retesting this level here though, see if this acts as support. Yeah, we get to play up on this area, so it'd be the most ideal. Guess we will see. Kind of inability to close up right now. Could always just use these levels as. I may try it here. See, I'm watching Delta trying to read it.
Order submitted.
I tried.
Order
Okay,
filled.
I'm in. I'm gonna use just the high of the candles for a stop. Gonna scalp this also if we just get a quick like 7 points. Actually,
Order canceled.
I'm taking that. I didn't like that last pop last second. Did not like that pop that last second. And then open here and hold. Could be wrong, but don't like it. It was supposed to close down and then start to go. Now we have equal highs. Feels like we're gonna break higher. I'll continue to target this up here. '80 is gonna be my first short op.
Order submitted.
Uh, Either way, that would have stopped me out on the break of the highs, so it is what it is. Gris K, welcome, brother. Good morning. I think good morning. Yeah. Again, I was hoping we get this pop up here a little bit higher. If we don't, we don't. If we do, cool. Morning, morning. Yeah, so I'm trying to get this snag right up here at this 80. Let's see if we can get it. A few points off there. Oh, got close. Got to 88, 89. Come on, fellas here.
Order filled.
Alright, we are in at 80 on this short for on NQ.
Order submitted.
Oh my gosh.
Order canceled.
Tried taking that 12 points and then it never filled me. Tried getting out right there. Of course, it still could take 7 points. Wow. Come on. That is frustrating right there. It's fine though. I still like the entry. It just really should have been able to re-enter right there. Come on. It's kind of annoying. I would have locked there for sure. I mean, I was trying to. I should have. I don't know why it wouldn't have let me. Oh well. Let's get this hard push down.
Order submitted. Order canceled.
Alright, there we go. Taking those quick, like 6 points there. It probably will end up now going, but out of frustration, I'm going to take that. And it's also, we have news in like 7 minutes, so not going to try to sit here and hold and force moves. Very well could just chop up into this, but really nice entries. 80, and this obviously was the second one up at 83 if I would have added, which I didn't. simply because we popped so hard, and I would have wanted to add there if we would have locked originally where we tried for those 12 points. So it kind of sucks because locked up, I think, 6 points. So it is what it is. But with Powell and everything coming on later as well, it's probably gonna be the name of the game for me today. Is just locking up quick moves, trying to scalp out the day, make some profit, and then get out of here. Yeah, Chris, I don't know if you're in the YouTube stream. I feel like most people kind of just hang out in the YouTube stream now, and watch the stream. Not as much all in the everyone that was basically a regular here in the voice channels, generally in the stream. So I feel like that's where people are at. There you go. Yeah, I feel like most people kind of just hang out in here now, and then comments are kind of mixed. Sometimes people will just comment here on the YouTube. Some people will comment on the Discord, but the short's still nice. We still have what, 5 minutes to go. Still valid. I'd still be willing to take a short right here. Good morning, BK. Right there. It wicked that entry. They got 79. It wouldn't have got quite 80, but good morning, BK. Good morning, Chris. Whoever else is in here, good morning to you as well. Appreciate the likes. Appreciate all that. We do have, I think it's ISM or is it PMI? It's PMI at 9:45, ISM at 10. Bowman also speaks at 9:45. So those are some things to be aware of. Powell is also speaking later today at 12:10. So as we navigate the session, let's remember those things. As much as I would love to catch a big monster move, um, you know, let's be honest. Sometimes, a lot of times, the market will completely wait for Powell and stuff too. So maybe it's not fair to expect that. Also, I don't know who was here yesterday, and excuse me, because I'm gonna get off of this or today's action really quick. I couldn't believe my eyes. Where was it at? Tuesday. Do you remember this long right here that I discussed? I don't know if anyone was in here, but I discussed taking this long right here in this area to try to target up here, and it worked beautifully. And actually, I want to say, yeah, it did. Came in and gave a retest here, and then went. So beautiful trade, but I had to go to the doctor, so stepped away. Um, all right. Now again, this trade up here looked really nice. Part of my reason for wanting us to lock it, of course, was just the data and everything coming up. Hey, DBK, good morning. Was the data coming up? I could have tried to hold it a little bit longer and catch a few more points for sure, but gonna side on a caution for right now for sure. Be about 20 points right now. It's kind of a first good target. Otherwise, I think we have this down here as well. So I'm gonna mark this candle out as our opening print. Where is it at? Right here. Successfully mark this as a good short area. Again, wish I would have made more off it per se, but it is what it is. This right here is quickly invalidated, so we don't need to worry about that any longer. I'm gonna take that off as well. I'm not really too worried about that. The only thing, I guess, technically, this did become bullish here. So this could be viewed as a bullish IFVG until we get a close down here. This may provide some support. Do I think we get through it? I do, but this is a bullish FVG right here. And let's see, we got PMI coming right now, or ISM, one of the two. PMI. YM's ramping. Remind me tomorrow. My computer keeps wanting to reset. So YM is ramping. Kind of interesting to note. There we go. Let's see. We just got the data. 51.7 versus 51.7 previous. Estimated 51.7. I guess you couldn't be more vanilla with that. Was what we expected, and it is what it was last time. So I'd expect the market to continue the same structure that it's been on, or the same structure that it's been trading within. Really nice hold here. Again, I'm watching YM. YM looks like might be easy upside plays potentially, but just gonna keep an eye on it. I'd still want it in a decent area. Guess technically we're approaching 39,500. Might be an interesting area to try to look to dip by. May look to try it, honestly. Let's see. Futures YM June. I am gonna try it here.
Order submitted.
Oh yeah, I don't want to buy that many. See what I mean? It pops here like 6 points the second I discuss it. Okay.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Trying to.
Order canceled.
Come on. Let's see. Wanting to risk 39,500 just a psych level.
Order submitted.
Okay, I need to make sure that I.
Order filled.
Okay, I'm still gonna add a little bit more. Maybe just a smidge lower here.
Order submitted.
Trying to.
Order filled.
Alright, there we go. Average is 39,506. Using 3,500 as kind of not necessarily a hard stop, but a line in the sand here. Right here, looking for us to hold and bounce this level. No, that's 10%. Let's see. Uh-oh. So 1 point below right now. There we go. I don't love. We're gonna need to see a nice pop. NQ hit view up. Oh my lordy. It was supposed to hold there. Hold on. Looking at these golden EMAs here. Looking for it to bounce the golden EMAs. My only concern is if it wants to try to get down to this FEG here, which would be not fun. But looking for it to hold this 39,500 here is the game plan. And now it wants to dump, it looks like. Great. See if we can get a quick recovery here. See if it just wanted to manipulate on this level and rip back. Come on. Keeps popping and then the sell side pressure continues. It's kind of crappy. Holding the golden EMA, which I like. Need to get back above 39,500 and we should be back in business. Do wish my average was better. But if we start to reject 39,500, that's where it definitely gets concerning. Again, we do have data in 10 minutes as well now, so if we get a quick enough pop, I may look just to re-enter after data. Let's see. Keep getting volume imbalances here. That's interesting. Come on. We get a quick enough recovery, like I said, I may just look to cut this loss. Ideally, I want it to pop up and back into profit, and we can just get out of this break even. But we'll have to see. We'll have to manage as fit. Still down about 10, 15 points. Unfortunately, like I said, I would not be surprised to see it kind of break down into this zone before it even wants to bounce. So it was really a 50-50 shot there on what was going to hold, what was not going to hold. Usually it likes to hold psychological levels. Thought we would get the hold. Fortunately, to this point we haven't. If we manipulate on it. Good, down like 10 points, 12 points. Again, looking to see if we can get this pop. Yes, everything's holding. YM health view up as well, so we just need to get back with these golden EMAs. Again, YM can be so rough sometimes because I was trying to snag an entry lower, trying to snag entries, trying to snag entries, and it was not filling me. And so then I ended up chasing just a smidge and get my first entry up at 10, and then my second one at like 5 or something like that. No, that doesn't make sense because my average would be still higher. I don't know, something along those lines though, when I really wanted to make my average like lower, but we'll see. See if we can catapult through here. Oh, this is off. This needs to be at 6. Let's see.
So I still think we're in the stronger index here. So it's just a matter of were we just too early on the dip, and I think it's very possible. Come on. Yeah, we do have data in 6 minutes, so give me one more pop into the data and I'll look to lock. Come on. Looks frozen out here. Oh my lordy. Where's this 3500 level? Right here? Okay. Again, ideally I want to be out of here before the news. Looking for a quick pop here to get out. May just look, try to. Oh my gosh, come on. And now we're getting into news too. Feel like, based off what we saw though, we might be able to take this gamble on the news. I don't know. Not necessarily gamble, just based off what we just saw data wise. We have the stronger index. So I have a couple minutes to decide. Have been kind of bearish though throughout the last couple days. I could see news always being catalysts to try to dump harder. Is he gonna just hang out at my average until the news? Come on, just give me one more slight pop. Looking for this to get taken out just to get out of this trade. It just will not pop for me. But JC, let's see. Bro, just like give me a pop right here. Kind of unbelievable to be honest. Whatever. Obviously, I know there's news in a minute and a half. I am comfortable with where my stop is at, though. I just was hoping we would take this out. 66. Ah. Down 300 on the day if this were to hit my stop. Alright, I'll be down $300 on the day if this hits my stop on the news candle. I just think that we're like delivering out of here. We're making lower highs or higher lows. We're holding VWAP on ES. We're rejecting it on NQ, but 20 seconds. Whatever reason, we just can't pop that though. Delta starting to turn a bit. 5 seconds. Here we go.
Order filled.
Alright, I'm out. Okay. I hit my take profit, but I closed it. We are good. Alright, that was definitely a little risky. Definitely a little risky there, but I felt pretty confident in it. Yeah, Delta was making higher lows that entire time, and it looks like the entire market's popping. And based off the data that we just saw with the PMI, I felt pretty confident that ISM would come out positive and have a positive reaction. But that is it for me. At least for YM. I'm going back to NQ. Micros. I have to make sure that I don't say I'm going back to NQ and I'm meaning to do MNQ, and then I take MNQ size on NQ. I've done that so many times. But we are going back to NQ here. Really nice accumulation. Look at this. Boom, rejection, hold, and then take off. That's just some textbook stuff right there. I don't know how much more I want to keep chasing some of this stuff, but some buy side liquidity up here. It's a nice target if we're going to try to keep going. I also had to find risk on that trade. Like I was okay taking that loss. Like it would have kind of sucked, being taking a gamble, if you will, I guess, and it going against me. But um, my risk was defined. I had a stop loss there. Um, I would have been okay. Kind of here taking out some buy side liquidity. See what we got over here. Major FVG from yesterday open. So we're kind of running into yesterday's liquidity right up here. This gap. I am being cautious though. Like, yeah, we have the 7 o'clock where we ripped up here, but we just hit this buy side liquidity. Feels like we want to keep going higher, right? But it's like I'm not convinced taking out this buy side liquidity into a 7 o'clock push. I've been caught in this trade, I think like last like 4 times. The news push and then try to chase it or try to find the first entry when it ends up actually being some sort of reversal. Not saying we actually engulf all the way down, but getting a sweep on buy side liquidity, I wouldn't be surprised back to like retest maybe here. And that's probably the first place I would look to dip buy. So, maybe here. Just areas, just thinking here. Again, I'm not in the trade here. Sometimes one of these ones, like the best or only entry is to chase, but I'm just not going to chase up here. Like this is where I would like to see the fair value gap get solidified and hold this buy side liquidity. Something like this. Even though you'd want to really probably give it this, but we start turning around here, I wouldn't be surprised to see it actually run on some of this liquidity down here. Um, can't tell if these are equal highs or not. Let's see. I don't know. Honestly, can't tell if those are equal highs or not.
Order submitted.
Try to take a quick little snipe on this here.
Order filled.
See if we can't get a few points pop back up out of this FEG. What the heck? It feels like it's so different. This chain's like showing that I'm green, I'm red, or red and I'm green.
Order canceled.
Alright. Taking little bits here. I don't love that. It should have probably exploded out of there. And it can still, but probably should have out of this FEG. And again, we're playing the absolute highs. It's just a dangerous game to play. It's the same loss I've taken many times this last week or so. Actually, I'm actually more inclined to try to short this, if we're being honest. Should have grabbed a short up here in anticipation of the close down here. But maybe we do get this and then get actually the bearish PBR. Looks like we're going to. Just a matter of where is it. So let's see where these overlap here. This turns into a bearish IFEG. Gonna actually take this candle here, turn this into an order block. So this is the exact long I've tried taking, I think, last like 4 times, and then we end up rolling. So we'll see. If we get a push back up into here, I'm definitely trying the short. Maybe we just go without me. Either way, that was good commentary. I said we'd target this liquidity here, and we've already gotten it, so. Kind of breaking some structure here. See if we can get a retest. See, when I felt that, I knew I should have probably just got short up there in anticipation of this. It's the one thing that I could have been better at. Like, I knew this was exactly going to form. That's why I got out. This is what I've seen so many times, and I've been on the wrong side of it every other time. That's the part that I know. Um, could have flipped short even before we got confirmation, because now we're just hoping we get a pop back to get a retest of this area. We're hoping we get something like this. You know what I mean? Versus we could have taken this here with anticipation of it closing here. Once it closed here, I could have also immediately got in right here. I was just hoping we'd get a quick little pop back, which we never got. So two things I could have done better. All in all, though, it is what it is. And this FVG here as well. This could work. This could work. It's just A plus is above. Sometimes when I get in trouble is where I take a B trade and when I know A is above and then I hold it and then I add here and then if A plus doesn't work, which it can just not work, then I take a full stop loss of all of this all the way up to here. So gonna try to be patient. Just knowing myself, knowing how it goes. $56 would be a nice
Order submitted.
snag-a-rooney. Order still at 56. Oof. Got to 53. Trying to move it up to like 57. 57.75. Ooh. It should have been at 56 still, actually, now that I'm looking at all this, but we'll see. I put my order back at 56. It tapped it. It tapped it. It tapped 56. Should fill me. It's hitting 56.
Order filled.
Alright, there we go. That filled me there. Let's see. Target back on these lows here. Mm. Stopping on the highs, personally. Should I kept my 57, 58 entry? Let's see. Do we just recover? We may. Wow. We may get a full manipulation. Hmm. Let's watch this kind of play out here. Hmm. Delta's actually looking incredible. I was gonna say we may just rip. Moving my stop here. Oh, actually, I don't know how smart that is, considering I just said we think we're gonna rip. But I was hoping to see us get a quick little rejection down. I may look to flip short, to be honest. Delta looks incredible.
Order filled. Order filled.
There we go. I'm in. I'm flipping long, guys. Delta looks absolutely incredible. Okay, let me clean all this out of the way now. Clean this up. Realistically, it's a good target here. Again, Delta looks absolutely incredible here. I do think we go. Mm, it is kind of coming down a bit here. Delta is, that is. And we're closing this FEG.
Order filled. Order filled.
Alright, I took that quickly, really quick, just because I sized in on that dip. I'll look to still get in. It's just this. Oh, bullish FEG. Oh, no, it's bullish. Bullish, bullish. FEG. Let's see.
Order submitted.
Trying to snag that right there. Come on.
Order filled.
Filled me. Let's see. I want to see this candle close up here. So if we don't get the close back out of this, I'll probably just close it.
Order canceled.
Alright, I took that right there as well. Very well still could get this pop, but just locking in some quick momentum plays here. That was a great read on Delta right there, though, previously. To flip there. One thing I did want to remind people of, or everyone over here, is I do have that hard stop at 500 for the day. So about 12 more points, I guess I would say, is like the most I could catch anyways. So like I need to start thinking about that as well. Like when I take these trades, it isn't going to be a 30-point trade. So um, I do think we could try to push up here, though. I really do. I think this is a good target. But just a reminder, so it also skews maybe the way I view things too. Like at this point, all I'm if I'm risking 10 to make 12, it's basically a 1-to-1 trade. So it needs to be a really good trade or high probability. And sometimes by making it high probability, the only way to do that, not the only way, but sometimes how you do that is you just lock quick moves really quick and look to re-enter. Like I could have locked up here and then re-entered here and then played this push up again, but But perfect example down here, like what I was saying, what I that I know of myself. Like I could have taken this short right here. This is where I really wanted to enter short. So then I would have been double the size that I want to be if I would have held. I would have added in, and then I would have had to hold this rip with size, and it would have been dangerous. And then, you know, who knows what happens from there. That's why I only took this trade. And granted, it was still probably a bigger loss than I wish. I should have just stopped out as soon as I said, "Oh, this looks like it's gonna rip." Instead, I was hoping we were gonna get a quick down leg and then rip, and I was hoping to flip on the down leg, but didn't happen. So it is what it is, though. I do want to remind everyone, though, we do have Powell as well in what, 3 hours, 3.5 hours, something like that. He's speaking at is it 12:10 p.m. Eastern time. Hmm. Still got quite some time here to find a good trade if we're gonna find one, but gonna want it to be a good one. As of right now, if we don't pop here, which I'm hoping, I was gonna say this has to get taken out. I was hoping we'd get a down move. I was hoping we were gonna get like this, and then we were gonna retarget that. That was the hope. Still think we pushed here. As you see, can hit this FUG. I didn't have it marked. It was created back over here. It was this one, but providing a little bit of short-term resistance. So just a little visual here for 15 points versus 10 points, which rally 15 is not even 15, it's more so 12 and a half. I think is where it would lock me out. Or 11 and a half or some 12 points. I don't know. This is like visually what it would look like. So a trade has to make sense for that. Congrats if anyone trusted the word here that I said down here that we would probably push up to here. I think I was calling for that, like right here. Coulda, shoulda, woulda held this trade here. This was a good one, 40 points. Yeah, absolutely beautiful ripper. I mean, and there we go. We're hitting target there, guys. Um, yeah, this is a beautiful sweep the lows. Actually, it's kind of hard to see at the time, but this candle right here swept the lows for pre-market lows even right here, 618. Swept this area, started putting in some bullish structure. PMI or ISM or whatever one was first didn't harm us at all actually. In fact, I thought it was a positive outlook for the next one. Kind of consolidated here, and then the news ripped us, and now we're not really slowing down too much here. We got to my full target though, way up here for the upside, so you know, need to be cautious of how you attack from this point. But yes, what a ripper indeed. Feels like if you're not still riding this long up here, or maybe if you took it all the way to my target of 1814, 18114, then it just feels like it's hard to say. It's like I'm not gonna be the first one to short this thing, but it's like, yeah, I could see a pullback. It's like we just want to keep going, but I want to take the long. I should have just held this long here. We were perfect entry. I think we sniped like a 71 entry right here. Darn. Appreciate the likes, guys. Again, wouldn't be surprised to see some sort of potential like move lower, not even in a bearish sense, it um just to even get us back to somewhere, a little bit of a dip. This was our last dip right here. 40-point dips. 40-point dip would put us right back around here. So I guess that's a fair target if you wanted to say that we could do the same thing. Or we just hold this FEG here and we keep on going. And we just don't ever stop. Kind of holding this area here, see if we want to keep it going. See you, brother. See you, Trade to Play. See you tomorrow, mate. Could have, I guess, taken that along, I suppose. Funny enough, YM was so strong early, now it's doing nothing. Tempted to take the short if we get below this, it turns into a bearish FVG, but we will see. Actually, I probably will take the short if we get below this. Close below. We're gonna need to close below. We'll see. If we just bounce it again, we bounce it again. Got 30 seconds to see if we're gonna try to. Or we just keep bouncing it. Damn. That was a quick, like, 13-point pop off it. Delta looks like it could be getting a little tired, though. I mean, it's kind of steady. It's not horrible. Keep thinking about potentially shorting, like, right here and then trying to get it down there. But hmm. Mm-hmm.
Order submitted.
Trying the short. Try the short right there. Wow.
Order filled.
Okay, it filled me right there. Let's see if we can get a quick little move lower. Again, I don't understand the fill here. Feels like we. That's where it's gonna get hard, kinda, because Delta is looking okay. Hmm. Need to figure out what I'm even really doing here. Uh,
Order canceled.
I'm gonna take it, guys. I think it can work, and it's a little snipe of an entry, and then we go and we go here and we break, and then we retest, and then we go, and then that's like the trade. But it just feels like a little bit risky considering like we've only gone higher. I think to be able to try to map out the sell model, and it very well could work. Again, it's just for me, it's all about like my risk to reward right now. I'm risking 10 to make 10. It's like, is that the trade on an anticipation that I want to risk 10? No, not necessarily. I think it could work though. It does feel like a potential sell model is starting to kick in. I don't think it's like doomsday. We're gonna roll to the lows, but I feel like I think like something like this may play out. And I'm personally just gonna stay cash the rest of the session. So I'll talk my way through my thoughts here as the market unfolds. But that's kind of what I'm thinking is gonna happen as of right now. If you're a believer in the model as well, you're gonna want to see a close down here below this in the next 20 seconds. You're going to want to see the retest and the rejection and then try to work our way down here. So I was up here, but let's just say we take this entry here. Your target here is that 3-to-1 trade. We obviously need to close down here because we've bounced this area every single time quite aggressively. The reason why I didn't just stick to this trade here, even though I think this plays out like this, is because it hasn't started yet. We have to, and I guess we have this FVG here now that wasn't here when I was in the trade, but um, we still, until this breaks and we get a close down here, we are still technically holding. So you're basically anticipating something, which is a huge part of trading, being able to do that, but we have held this lower range every single time. The other reason why I didn't necessarily love being short per se was I can't confidently say that if we break this level, we're just going to absolutely rip. So what that makes me want to do is move my stop because if we're not going to rip, we're probably going to reverse back. That's where I could get in trouble. Or if I then flip long and try to catch the continuation through the level, I just don't really see much explosion happening. So then very well could have flipped long and then it dumped lower and then it just get dangerous. As far as this though, I do feel pretty good about this in this model. Like I said though, we need this close down here. Short up here is honestly not bad. I would almost consider it, but Delta's kind of flatlining, so don't love that. Mm, wasn't quite the close down there, but we will see. Oh, curious to see this candle here. This candle really shouldn't even break this wick. Maybe we get up into this area right here around 13, but I really want to see this candle even get back above 17. So with that being said, any pop up there, you could risk 17. Held this level really smoothly. The stab lower too and a hold is a little concerning. I'll stick around for maybe a couple more minutes here. Kind of just chopping at the highs. Still not a bad short at all, actually. But again, same thing as earlier. It's just not worth it for me right now. Not with this action, not with base how the day's gone, and not again. My account will auto liquidate me in $500 or sorry, $95 of profit for my day. So like 9 points, 8 points. Um, so now my risk to reward becomes less than one. All right, guys. I'm actually gonna get out of here. I do like the short though. I do like this area right here for bringing us lower. We do need to get a close down here, which is gonna be a good first step if we can get it. Um, Delta's kind of confused me a bit. Doesn't look like we necessarily want to continue higher. Doesn't look like we're ready to roll over yet either though. So I'd anticipate a little bit of chop here for a bit. Remember, we do have Powell later. Um, so when is Powell? He's at 12:15. So what is that? 2 hours, hour and a half maybe. So I wouldn't be surprised to see some sort of chop into that. I still do think we probably come down here. The setup looks like it's going to happen. I just don't know if it's going to happen in the next 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour even. But once we get it closed below this level here, I think that we could kind of get something like this. Something like that. Full trade starting to play out. You have lower lower high here being created. We've respected this wick here. We didn't get back above the halfway mark. That's good. Get the close here, retest here, and then try to finish the mission down here for a full 45 points, call it. Actually, so it wouldn't be that much. It'd be entering here for like 35 points. It was 33 points, something like that. So with that being said, guys, I am out of here. It was a good Wednesday. Let's hope we have a good Thursday and a good Friday, and we end this week strong. And then, yeah, I'm moving this weekend, so I'm super excited about that. I got a lot of stuff going on outside of the markets as far as packing and moving and turning on utilities and all that crap. So got a lot of stuff to worry about this week outside the market. So I'm gonna take this time to step away and use this extra time to really do what I need to do to handle outside of that. So that way next week I could be fully locked in and not worried about the move or anything like that. So I will catch you guys all. I'm still here, here in the same area, Chris. Just moving into a house. Family's getting bigger, so need a bigger house. Yep, yep. But all right, guys, I will catch you guys all tomorrow. Hope you guys all have a great rest of your Wednesday. I keep looking over here because that's where my calendar used to be, and I was gonna look at what day it was and what everything, but it's not there anymore. It's already packed up. But I will see you guys all tomorrow, guys. Have a great rest of your day.